Well, I was only here for 1 year, 2 semesters in the urban design program. So that was 2004, 2005, and it was kind of in out over the 2 semesters. And I had a 1-year-old toddler at home, and I'd only been in New York for 7 months at that time, so I didn't know that many people. So City gave me an instant set of new friends who weren't organized around childcare and baby stuff. So that was really great. And it was a diverse group, I'd say, in age and nationality, background, levels of preparation for graduate study. I was myself a licensed architect with already several years of teaching experience, but I still found lots of ways to really challenge myself while I was here as a student. And the community was really wonderful. At that time, we were in Shepherd Hall, and the urban design studio was at the top of the tower. So we were kind of isolated from the rest of the school. And we were following our Pied Piper, Professor Michael Sorkin, around. But it was really, really exhilarating. And we also had a wonderful trip halfway through the year to Hanoi in Vietnam. So that was a real bonding experience, I'd say. Well, I came here specifically with the goal of getting a new credential in urban design. And the goal was to reposition myself in order to re-enter academia. Because I'd been out for a few years, putting my husband's career first. We had to move to 2 different cities and starting a family. So it was really about a reboot for my career. And many working women have to juggle these things, and City was just what I needed at that time. I studied with Michael, as I've mentioned, Michael Sorkin, and I was the teaching assistant to Professor Marta Gutman. It was her very first year teaching here, teaching the architectural survey course. I got to know Lance Brown and a few others, and they then encouraged me to apply when a tenure track position opened at the school a few years later, which I very glad that I was hired for, and that's just what I wanted to have happen. Well, so fast forward 15 years from 2004, and I'm a tenured professor, and now I'm seeking ways to grow and develop and acquire administrative skills. Specifically. So last year, I was elected to the National Board of Directors of the ACSA, which is the Association of Collegiate Schools of Architecture, which has been pretty exciting, and it's provided opportunities to work with the national AIA and on conferences and policies for architecture academics. And this summer, I'm going to become chair of the Department of Architecture here. So that's pretty exciting as well. I would say that the design professions have a way to go towards achieving inclusion and real diversity. I think City College has already played an enormous role in opening up access, and I want to leverage that in my years as chair to really amplify it. Also, I'm finishing up the manuscript for my 3rd book. I got the contract for my first book when I was still a student here 15 years ago, and the newest one, which is titled The Retrofitting Suburbia Case Studies, should come out about a year from now. So my co-author and I were very excited about it and hoping to get it out soon. I would say lifelong learning, hyphenated.